What stood out for you before we get into the 13-point intervention?
Well, thank you, Trevor. I was very elated that for once the national celebrations was about issues that are people-centered. It was not about leaders and bravado and threats. It was about people-centered issues, and I'm happy that the president seems to have listened keenly to the people of Kenya and addressed issues that are of great concern to them very, very ably. And I was also happy that we kept the people not too long. Once the president was done his speech, that was it, so that people can go back to their houses. And that is the way it should be, so that a national movement of that magnitude becomes a defining movement to what ails Kenya and what touches the majority of the people. And I must say that you know Kenyans are quite hopeful. Only that we hope that the directives will see the light of the day. If you remember, in 2019, during similar celebrations in Narok, the president gave directions on the payment of pending bills within 6 months. 2 years down the line, people who owed money by the prison service, Kenya Prison Service, their goods are still being auctioned today. They have not been sorted. People owed money by the National Youth Service. Today, people are still crying. Contractors, many roads, the president talked of about 4,000 kilometers of roads that are ongoing. They have stalled because of non-payment, of pending bills owed to contractors. Yet he gave very clear instructions on that particular day. So I am hopeful that, the president has 9 months to be in office. And the implementation of the measures that he spelled out yesterday would play a great role in defining his legacy. But if the bureaucrats in the various state agencies ignore them, it will be very embarrassing to the president. That will just be another talk show. And of course, we have gone that journey through the Bashuja one in Narok, where he gave instructions that were not heeded.
Nothing happened.
So if that comes to pass, if what he spelled out yesterday is done, then it will add another cap to his feather in terms of defining his legacy.
Honorable Rigathi, now that you're still on the floor, on the front page of the Standard and the 13 key interventions by the president, we can break them down into 4 key areas: agriculture, health, energy, and finance. So let's start with agriculture. The tea subsector will get 1 billion in support of fertilizers subsidy for tea farmers. Sugar sector, 1.5 billion additional amount to be allocated by Treasury for factory maintenance and payment of farmers' arrears. Coffee subsector, 1 billion for targeted interventions. Livestock subsector, 1.5 billion to communities affected by drought and a framework to facilitate reduction of costs of animal and chicken feeds. From the agricultural perspective, is this the silver bullet to healing that sector?
Not necessarily. First and foremost, we want to say that all these things were not possible without lifting the curfew. I want to say that the climax of the presidential address was lifting the curfew, because the economy has ground to a halt, and the rest of the country was moving on. The president himself was out there addressing meetings. The deputy president was all over addressing meetings. The former prime minister was all over addressing thousands of people. Ourselves, we are out there addressing people. Yet the people down there couldn't do their thing. The hospitality industry has crumbled, and everybody else was moving on with their life. But the people down there at the bottom of the pyramid, their lives had come to a halt. So opening up the country so that the small hotels at night can move on, people can go and dance around, have a few drinks, and spice up the hospitality industry is a good thing. And we must commend the president for listening to the people of Kenya. People are asking him you know, open up the country so that the country can move on. In terms of agriculture, let me talk about the coffee subsector.
Yeah.
He gave 1 billion shillings to enhance the reforms that are ongoing.
Yeah.
3 years ago, we in the National Assembly set aside 3 billion shillings to make several interventions in terms of stabilizing the prices, and in terms of giving credit to the farmers. But the Ministry of Agriculture took a whole 2.5 years, you know, to come up with the necessary regulations to absorb this money so that it can be helpful to the farmer.
Yeah.
So I am hoping that with this 1 billion shillings, it will be put through to the farmers themselves. Because if we don't do that, then it will just be a statement. Okay. We have, you know, interventions for the livestock and the poultry industry. You know, the inputs are too expensive to an extent that our poultry farmers, our livestock farmers are not able to break even. So that is a good intervention. Okay. Again, if it is implemented, okay. you know, policy decisions in this country are one thing. Yeah. The implementation of those policies is a totally different ball game. Okay. You know, so I'm saying from the president's intention, his pronouncement on these measures is a very good thing. Okay. But the real thing is that the people under him, the cabinet secretaries and the principal secretaries, will implement this. Okay. Hoping that there is money. Okay. You know, I'm aware, you know, the governor here can tell you they have had very many challenges in terms of exchequer release. Yeah. You know, where money has been voted in parliament to go to the counties, but the money is simply not available. Yeah. I mean, it's not that the government doesn't want to give the money, the money is simply not available. Okay. So I'm hoping that this couple of billions, this is money that is available, and if it is available, then those charged with the responsibility of releasing the money will do so that the intention of the president can become a reality.
Okay.
Yeah.